all with your horses doing. I was like, really? So he did. He had a lot of stretch. He was swinging through his back there. That was good. Careful on choking up on the reins when you get him back, because two things. One,
like when going from free walk to
going to, yeah, from the free walk when you have to collect your reins at H.
Yeah.
The one thing that I do is try to slightly start inching them a little bit towards the last couple of steps.
Okay.
Because then you have to, when you hit, as you know, when you hit H, you're supposed to be in that working walk after that.
Yeah.
So you have to prepare them a little bit more for that.
Okay.
Because it was like free walk, free walk, free walk, and then you were like, shh, all right, working walk, and he was like,
yeah, and he really was like, okay, great, I'm ready to stretch more. And from here to here, he kept saying, but wait, I wasn't done stretching.
I know.
Like,
yeah, and so I think you need to prepare him a little bit more for that transition.
So one or two horse links back here.
Yeah, and don't make it obvious, but that's the other thing too, is you know how dressage rider or dressage judges are. They don't want to see your hands move.
Yeah.
So when you make that big, I'm grabbing all my reins and stuff, it's like, hey, don't make it obvious, right? So yeah, just be a little more subtle picking up your reins there. But other than that, I mean, that's just a rider thing, not him.
I read something once, like the best part of the free walk happens in that last quarter of the arena, but that's like where you're supposed to be gathering yourself back.
Of course.
Because by the time you get across it, they're like, all right, I can relax.
Yeah,
but
now I can relax.
Now it's time to like move on.
Exactly. Good correction with the canter. He did pick up the wrong lead, and you were able to quietly get him to trot and pick up the correct lead again. I'm sure that, this is early for him with canter, but, his head is straight up in the air during canters.
And I did feel like I praised him like 3/4 the way through the circle or halfway through the circle, and I was able to feel him relax down.
Yeah.
Like, well, shoot,
and so I think that comes a lot from you. You were nervous about cantering, and you're nervous about the canter transitions, and as we all know, that translates to your horse, right?
Yeah.
So I think that he was a little bit nervous, not because he couldn't do it, but because he knew that you were anticipating something or, whatever. What else did I have? The circles were good. That, for some reason, this wall is proving to be a problem. So he carries his haunches a little bit to the inside. Yeah, so just try to straighten them out as best you can there. Other than that, it was good. And then your last center line was much better than your first one. So,
that first one, he was like,
one word of advice though, and I think that was because of the way that you came in to the ring. You did like this weird like zigzag thing.
Yeah, because he was spooking
make
all
sure,
the crap on the thing, and I'm like, dude, you're not supposed to spook at this end.
Yeah, so one of the things I do is try to like start at the wall and go all the way around, like try and make it like
10-meter half circle.
Yeah,
on the
so
way in.
really try to give him plenty of room to do that, and then that way you can straighten him out before you get to the entrance of the ring, because they won't start judging you till you cross that line.
Yeah.
So make sure he's all nice and straight before then. That way when you cross it, you're not still working out the straightness. So,
cool.
going again?
Yeah.
All right.
Get that momentum like you had in
Dude,
when the
we know
warm-up
he
trot.
can-
Okay.
We know he can do it,
All right.
so just let him do what he's good at. Hi, Tico. What are you doing?
I mean, even when he's super slow, he still has so much spring to him.
Yeah, he's still really fast.
I know.
He's so springy.
His stride compared to Chico, they're like
Well,
opposite.
I don't
yeah,
give just moves
differently,
like.
though, yeah.
He's just got this wonderful, lofty sort of movement. Chico's like,
And it's funny because the same thing. Zeus is the same way as Tico. He's very tight in his back, and he, always had those haunches issues and stuff.
Let a little bit more out, because he's not. There you go. I'd say more through there.
There. And see, and then don't be super, grabby with your hands and stuff. Ask him nicely, right?
There you go.
He's
That's
not
good
totally.
trot. That's a pretty trot for sure.
Yeah, there, good. There, that's much better. See how he's kind of carrying his head nicely and all of that? Hey, you eating in your chair?
Hey, enter working trot rising. X, halt through medium walk. Salute, proceed working trot rising. C, track right, working trot rising. B, circle right, 20 meters.
Better with the job. He's a little fussy with his head, and I can't tell if it's because her inside brain is so choked up.
A, circle right, 20 meters. Developing working canter in first quarter of the circle, right lead.
Okay.
Before A, working trot.
There. Oh, well. Oh, wait. She is supposed to do that.
K, X, M, change rein. Working trot rising.
Yeah, good corner there. I do think that letter's too close.
E, circle left, 20 meters.
There you go. Let him go a little bit.
Let them trot out.
Yeah, let him go a little bit.
That wasn't?
Nope.
Now, you're kind of choked up on your inside brain. Try that again.
Okay.
Just keep going and try it again. But let him kind of, let him have that little swing in his back. Let him go a little bit.
E, circle left, 20 meters.
Remember, feel like he's taking you somewhere. There you go. Of course, now he's pooping.
Poop while trotting.
Yeah, of course. I was like, of course now he's pooping, but But there.
A, circle left, 20 meters. Developing working canter in first quarter of the circle, left lead.
Good, you got it that time. Good job.
Before A, working trot rising.
Yeah, that was a good down motion.
Between F and B as in boy, medium walk. B to H, free walk. H, medium walk. Between C and M, working trot rising to A.
Yeah, it's better.
A, down center line. G, halt through medium walk and salute.
Much better turn there, too. There, that was much straighter until the halt. He has a way of kicking. He always kicks that back end out that way.
On this side?
Yeah, on all four halts, he's kicked his hind end just over, just a little.
And he
So-
does that when we back. He kicks behind it that particular
Yeah,
way,
to
too.
that
So-
side, yeah.
Left cricket.
How was my circle geometry?
Better actually. I was more. Honestly, I was more paying attention to him than anything. But I will say on that canter circle, once he got his transition, it was really good because he was able to relax. Like once you started doing it, like going this direction,
Yeah.
that canter was much better than the canter the other way. Because on that one, it seemed like you weren't in his mouth as much, you weren't worried about his head, and his head just kind of came down naturally. And so he had actually a really nice 3 or 4 steps there right before the downward. So, so I think that was much better than the first time too. Of course.
Just don't forget to keep the impulsion up because there were a few times he died again, like right before you picked up this left lead canter.
Yeah, it's like
he could have just gone and like fallen over.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, so and you'll see it when you watch it. You'll probably be like, oh, I see it, right? Like because we all know Gift, and he's all very springy and forward, and you know all those things. But I guess you've been having trouble with him taking off, right? And so I think that it's almost a little bit the opposite now. So yeah. Yeah, you can fix the problem of running away, and now you got to make them speed up again. Yeah. So, you know.
Okay.
But yeah, I think that was good.
Thank you, guys.
That was good, of course.
Oh,
I wrote some notes. I wrote some notes, but I realized that I was watching more than I was writing. This is why I don't judge actual tests, because I can't watch and write at the same time.
Well, and something that you might say under your breath at the moment,
Yeah.
your scribe on say for you.
Right, exactly, which is why
So
sounds
what
good.
I
This sounds
did
good.
for the circles, guys,
Huh?
is